few reminders. Please silence or turn off your cell phones. The exit after the show will be through this door right over here. And no photography or videography throughout the Magic Castle. And yes, this includes your selfies and those bathroom selfies. And excluding our photographer, Taylor, up there. He has permission from the Magic Castle, and you do not. Ladies and gentlemen, the performer you're about to meet is making his debut in the close-up gallery. He's an award-winning author of 5 books for magicians, a long-running column in the Linking Ring, the international magazine for magicians. He has many best-selling marketed effects found in the repertoire of magicians everywhere. He's also incredibly sexy, brilliant, and the author of this introduction.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Michael Breggar! Woo!
Hello, everybody! The Miami Beach audience is the greatest audience in the world! The Hollywood audience is the greatest audience in the world! Well, 3 people got that joke. Doesn't date you. Hello there. Hey, you guys got great seats. Yeah, did you have to tip Jessica like 20 or 25 for these seats?
50.
Yeah, she normally charges 75 cents to get into the palace. So yeah, you got a good deal. Ready for some great magic? Yeah, well, you're early because Goodwin doesn't start until 7, so you're stuck with me. But here we go. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Now watch this. Oh. I asked them for a card table. They gave me a card table. It doesn't get better than this. You're stuck with me, folks. So as long as you're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you. We're stuck with each other. Let's start off with something that's relatively easy to digest. Okay, it's called the world famous 4-card trick. You'll never guess why. It uses 4 cards. I like to use, when I do this trick, I like to use the ladies, the queens, the ladies of the deck, the lovely ladies of the, they're wearing red tonight. It matches my tie. The queens, the lovely queens will assist us in the amazing 4-card trick tonight. You know, I'm going to try something a little bit different tonight. They asked me to speed things up a little bit. I'm going to try to do the 4-card trick with 3 cards. It's faster, it's peppier, and it's 25% easier to do. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The amazing 4-card trick done with just 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Hello! Not just my time. All right, let's try it again. The amazing 4-card trick. Oh, I have to turn this way. Oh, that makes all the difference in the world. Amazing 4-card trick done with 1, 2, 3 cards. Well, at least it still matches my tie, right? So that's something. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why it's the amazing 4-card trick done with 1, 2, 3 cards. Okay, let's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay, the amazing. You know what? Let's just cut to the chase. Amazing 4-card trick done with 3 cards, right? With 4 cards. You know, we're here with the Magic Castle, right? The gods of the Magic Castle don't want me cutting corners. The gods of the Magic Castle, I'm sure, want me doing the 4-card trick with 4 cards. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the amazing 4-card trick done with 1, 2, 3. Now I can't do it because the cards don't match my tie anymore. Oh well. I learned that trick from Vernon Schwartz. He works at Cantor's Deli on the weekends. Sorry, time. So, I'm Michael.
Hi.
You're supposed to say, my name is...
Alex.
Okay, thank you. I'm Michael.
Miles.
I'm Michael.
Alex.
There we go. All right. You're a quick learner. Okay, so Alex and Miles. Do either of you feel like you're good decision makers?
I think Alex is.
Okay, yeah. Well, listen, you made a great decision to come here to the castle tonight, right?
I think
Yeah?
so, yeah.
Yeah, you made a lousy decision to come see me, but, one out of two ain't bad. So, we're all make decisions. Decisions are around us, in life, all over the place. There are hard decisions, easy decisions, big, small decisions, they're all over the place. I made a major life decision last week. I decided that I'm going to give up magic at some point, and I'm going to buy a cattle ranch for at-risk cattle. Yep, I'm going to raise the stakes. I pay a lot of money for these jokes. And he's recording this session, I don't want to have him put a laugh track in there. Will you be my laugh track, please? So even something as simple as a silly little deck of cards, there's hundreds of decisions that we can make with this silly little simple deck of cards. For instance, there are the low value cards, like ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aces will be like ones for this one, the low values. And there's the high value cards, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there are the royalty, right? The royals, the fops, the picture cards, the face cards. So, Alex, I'm going to turn around, snap my fingers, and you're going to make a snap decision of those three groups. Call out one.
Royals.
The Royals. All right. You happy with that?
Very happy.
Happy with the Royals?
Feel good.
Yeah, okay, because it was the Queen's birthday last week, so.
There you go.
Yeah, it's right.
It was King's Day in Amsterdam, or Netherlands.
Well, there you go. There you go. But I don't have a calendar with me, Mr. Hallmark. All right, so we got the Royals. Now, the Royals, there's Jack, Queen, and King. Yeah? So now, snap. I'm going to turn around, Miles. Snap my fingers. You're going to make snap decision. Jack, Queen, or King. You ready? Jack. Oh, that was a really fast decision. Okay, Jack. Royals, Jack. And what's your name? Christina. Okay, Christina. In the deck of cards, there are red cards. There are black cards. Ready for a snap decision?
Black.
Black cards. Royals, Jacks, black. Jack Black. Is he here tonight? Jack, right? Am I right so far? I'm tripping. I'll move that over here. Okay. Royals, Jack, Black. So the black cards are the clubs and the spades. And your name?
Karen.
Karen, it's up to you now. We have clubs or spades. Snap decision.
Spades.
Wait, my fingers aren't working. I forgot to get them tuned. I should see Irma to get my fingers tuned. There we go.
Spades.
Okay. Spades, black. Royal, Jack of spades. Yeah? Good? So the hive mind of these four people made four decisions. And we ended up with the Jack of spades. Yeah? You're all okay with that decision. You don't want to change anything? You're all okay. Now, some people will say to me, why don't you just point to somebody in the audience? Why don't you just say, hey, you, just call out a card, and I'll tell you. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say the Ace of Spades or the Queen of Hearts, very common cards. I wanted to have some way where it was statistically significant that there was a chance it could be, and it could have been any card. I mean, we digressed that way to get down to that. But we ended up with the Jack of Spades. Yeah? Are you four happy with this decision? Are you all happy with the decision that these four made?
Yes.
Was it a good decision that they made, you think? Good decision? Yeah? Think it was a good decision? Yeah? Well, I tell you, I think it was a great decision. I'll tell you why. Because it's the only card in the deck that has printing on it. I think it was a great decision. So I'll tell you something else about decisions. I read in the newspaper the other day that they say that exercise helps you make better decisions. And I really agree with that research, because after I walked out of the gym this morning, I made a decision never to go back. You know what time it is? It's time for culture. Excuse me. Okay. We should have the results of the culture back in a couple of days. I'll let you know if anything weird shows up. But I do want to talk about culture. Anybody here in the room named Art? No? I love his galleries. So my wife and I love going to the great art museums of the world. We love seeing the great masterpieces of the world. And as soon as we get through spending hours looking at the great masterpieces of the world, we run down to the great gift shops of the great art galleries of the world. And my wife buys these 5,000-piece jigsaw puzzles. Honestly, it's 5,000-piece jigsaw puzzles, and she does them like, hey, that works. And she's able to do them like that. I mean, she's in an instant, she's really smart. I'm not that smart. I can do a 4-piece jigsaw puzzle. I can't do 5,000. I'm really good at a 4-piece jigsaw puzzle. So I brought some of them with me tonight. Let me show you these artistic 4-piece puzzles. So you may recognize, you ought to recognize these wonderful paintings. This is Renoir's Luncheon at the Boating Party. This one over here, this is Monet, the father of Impressionism. I like this one. This is called Haystacks. Haystacks. It's cool, it's calm, it's serene, yeah, it's sublime. But now we go from the sublime to the ridiculous with a bit of Salvador Dali. You know this one with the melting clocks, right? Melting stopwatches. The one with the bugs all over the stopwatch. It has a name. It's called Persistence of Memory. And you listen to that name and you look at the painting and you say, hello, Dali. No, I said it once. I mean, kicked out of the Getty, but, you know, whatever. And you can't have a discussion about art, of course, without talking about good old Pablo Picasso. Now, this one is called The Three Women from Algiers. This one sold at art auction for $285 million a couple of years back, honestly. Three women from Algiers. And the cool thing about a Picasso jigsaw puzzle, it doesn't matter how you assemble it, right? It's a Picasso, right? So I take these pieces, all the jigsaw puzzles, right? I mish them up, I bring them all together. And I put them in the cardboard box that it comes in, and I shake the cardboard box. You beat my cardboard box? You mix them up really good. Mix them up really good. What Miles is doing now, I'll tell you, in the 1930s, one night in his studio, Picasso was painting, and these burglars came in, and they tried to surprise him, but Picasso was there, surprised the burglars. Burglars ran out. So the cops came the next day, and Picasso said, I didn't catch him, but here, let me draw you a picture of him. And he gave the picture to the police. And 3 days later, because of the picture, the police were able to arrest a nun, an accountant, 3 fish, and a sewing machine. It's a Picasso. Good. We all mixed up there?
Yep.
So after you take the pieces and mix them up in the cardboard box, what do? Right? We take them and we toss them onto the kitchen table. Yeah? And they are all mixed up. They're every which way. They're in hundreds of different spots, hundreds of different positions. Some fall to the table face up, some fall to the table face down, some fall to the table upside down, inside out. Any which way goes when you're shaking and you're dropping onto the table. Now, even though they're in hundreds of different possibilities of positions, we're going to try to mix them even more. So we're going to do something called the origami shuffle. Picture this as one big canvas with pieces of masterpieces scattered throughout the canvas. And we're going to fold it top to bottom, bottom to top, left to right, right to left, and I'll show you why in a second. Where do we go first? Top to bottom, bottom, top, left to right, right to left.
Top to bottom.
This way?
Yeah.
Top. This is like top to bottom. So we take this down here. Now notice, when I do this, when I fold, the pieces not only change position, but they change orientation as well. Yeah? Where do we go now, Miles?
Right to left.
This way. Yeah? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, look in the mirror. All right. Next.
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top. A couple of years ago, Tokyo used to host a professional origami tournament. But they stopped doing it because the competitors were folding under pressure. Where do we go now?
Left to right.
Just checking. Just checking. I want you to make the decisions. Okay.
Top to bottom.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a whole lot of decisions left, but
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go right, left.
you sure? You want to change your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, left to right. I don't know which is which anyway, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Are we all messed up here? Is this all mixed up? It looks pretty jumbled to me all the way. Yeah, that's, oh, you know what, I did forget to tell you about the red envelope of mystery over here as well, because there's something inside. Look at this, it's writing. Can you imagine that? Writing inside of an envelope? What is this world coming to? The writing says, there will be 4 pieces turned over. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces turned over. And wouldn't it be amazing, let me get this out for contrast, if those 4 pieces just happened to form one beautiful single masterpiece. Miles, will you have the honors, please, sir? So we can see the lovely Renoir luncheon at the boating party. Well, it's a masterpiece, not a masterpiece. But I predicted that too. So, many people ask me how I got into magic. Well, one person asked me that. And it was my grandfather. You know, like many magicians will tell you, their grandfathers got them into magic. Now, my grandfather didn't pull quarters out of my ears, right? He wasn't a professional magician. Didn't take me to see all these magic shows. But the guy was the most magical person I ever met in my life. And I miss him dearly. His name was Shmuel. Now, Shmuel and his family emigrated to the United States at the turn of the last century, and they wound up in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Shmuel grew up to be a tailor. It made sense. His father was a tailor. His grandfather was a tailor. His grandfather's father was a tailor. And Shmuel figured he would just follow suit. His mother said, "Oy vey, just what we need. Another man of the cloth in the family." So Shmuel saved up for years to have a nice little cluttered tailor shop right in the middle of Hester Street in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. And he opened one, and he called it Shmuel's Cluttered Little Tailor Shop right in the middle of Hester Street in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. And his friends said, "Shmuel, the name is too long. You got to shorten it. The name is bigger than, the sign is bigger than your store." And he thought, well, I'll shorten it. I will call it Sam's Cluttered Little Tailor Shop right in the middle of Hester Street on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. He was a great guy. He was a nice guy. Everybody loved him. As a tailor, he was terrible. You made my coat and vest fit the best. You sewed the lining nice and strong. But Sam, you made my pants too long. You made my peak lapel peak so swell. But then your plans went wrong. Sam, you made the pants way too long. Okay, it's got a belt and matching suspenders. Well, at least there's some good news. But what good's a belt with matching suspenders if your cuffs are always dangling all over your shoes? You made the waist so high, it's up there near my tie. The zipper is where my collar belongs. Oh, Sam, Sam, Sam. You hold the end of this. Hold it nicely tight. This end, the end. Good. You made the pants too long. Sam, you made the pants about 1.5 foot too long. Thank you, everybody. Have a great See ya! That's your cue to get out of here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.